Here's a very brief tutorial on various programs you can use to record your voiceover for your podcasting project. So I will show you several ideas here, and I will include links in the description of the video. So one of the techniques you could use to record your voice narration would be to use voice memos if you own an iPhone, right? So here are some directions. You would record it into your iPhone, and once you're done, you can actually do some very light editing here. You don't have to. You can then send it to yourself, right? You export it, sharing. And then once you export it and send it to yourself, you can open it up in the editing program of your choice. I tend to use GarageBand. You could use Audacity, any other good audio program would work well. It will export the file as an M4A, so just so you know that once you open it in the other program. You could also use Audacity to record, and here are some directions to record directly into the program. And once you've recorded it, then you can do some editing as well, right? And you can choose the type of file you'd like to export it as. MP3s are nice small files. They're very easy to share and easy to edit. They are not as audio rich as WAV files. Those kind of have a lot more dense audio waves. They will sound a lot fuller, but MP3 is very, very easy to use and easy to share. So here are some instructions in terms of how to do that. I will also link to additional tutorials on setting up, mixing your narration, all of that. So these are great resources out here regarding how to use Audacity to do some very easy recording. Okay. You could also record directly into GarageBand. Give it a second to open. So you open up a new project. If you have GarageBand on your computer, choose to record using your microphone. And you can, I would turn off the metronome, turn off the count, and then you hit record. And you can even, if you want, change some of the filters that your voice goes through. So there's a tool for narration, a tool for natural vocal. You can make it sound like you're talking through a telephone. So you can play with the way you would like your voice to sound. Additionally, Zoom is a very easy tool to record yourself, right? So just like you would record a meeting in Zoom, you can just turn on Zoom, open it up, and speak for yourself. You can, if you have like a slide that you'd like to share, if you're doing a video, you can use this share screen button, or you can have it even just record your desktop. And you can record it to your computer or to the cloud. And then once you do that, download the audio file and edit from there. Currently, actually, I am using Camtasia to do this recording. You can download this for free from the CSUMB website. And you can either record yourself just speaking, right? It can record your screen and you could just pull the audio from there. Or you can use their FaceTime function and record yourself, like a video of yourself speaking as well. If you have an Android phone, there are multiple applications that you can download to use on the Android. I am not as familiar with the Android, but there are some voice recording apps If you have a Samsung, there's some voice recorders in there as well. But there are additional programs that you can download. Here's ASR voice recorder, MP3 voice recorder, RecForge audio recorder, Easy voice recorder, right? This one you have to pay a small fee, but for our purposes, you really don't have to pay anything, right? Evernote is really nice to use because you can also use Evernote as a separate program to create PDFs from, you can scan documents using Evernote on your phone. So there are multiple ones here. I will also include this link in the description. And there is a guide in terms of how to do voiceovers. If you have not recorded your voice before, it could be good to practice. Several tips I would recommend. You want to make sure that if you have a script that you have perhaps printed it out or it's on your computer, but you want it to be up high so that your neck is not bent over and it will kind of like compress your voice. You want your head to be up level or kind of high. You want to have some sort of water nearby. You always want to have something to drink in case your voice gets a little scratchy. And you can kind of warm up or talk a bit before you do the recording. Sometimes if I get nervous, my voice will become a little tight. And so you should just kind of hopefully get it a little bit warm before you do the direct recording. You want to obviously find some sort of quiet space, and I know at home right now it probably is challenging to do that. So a closet very much can work, right? You could record in a bathroom. However, there is like a lot of echo. Bathrooms usually have very hard spaces, so I would not necessarily recommend in this case to record in a bathroom. You also want to make sure that you are hopefully in a space that has a lot of soft surroundings. So I would recommend a place that has carpeting or soft furniture, not in a kitchen, not in like a hallway. What I've even done before is put a bunch of pillows around me, and I have taken a blanket and put a blanket over my head and over the computer or over the phone that I'm recording on. I have field recorders that I do audio with, but in this case, when you're using like a computer, putting a blanket over yourself while you're recording actually works nicely. It kind of softens and muffles any outside sounds, and it makes your voice sound much warmer, right? You want to sound kind of warm and deep as if you are speaking to somebody in their ear, basically. You also want to take a nice deep breath before you start speaking. That will help calm you down. It will help calm your voice, and it will give you enough air to get through the lines that you need to get through. And then when you need to breathe, you can do it slowly, right? Don't feel that there's a rush. Sometimes if I've become nervous recording any narration and I'm breathing very shallow, you can hear it in my voice, and it will sound like you're rushed. It will sound like you're in a hurry, that you're worried, and you don't want to sound that way in your recording. Also, I would say speak slowly. Speak more slowly than you would if you were just having a conversation with someone. That will allow the listener to hear everything you're saying. They need extra time to process what they're hearing, so this will allow for that. And you want to try to enunciate your words. So that means open up your mouth a bit more when you're speaking. Take time to give kind of this similar emphasis at the beginning of a sentence and at the end, so the listener will hear everything you have to say. Don't let your voice drop off at the end of a sentence. And remember too, like, you can always edit the audio. So if you say something, if you kind of flub what you're saying, If you accidentally repeat yourself or a sound happens in the background, just take a deep breath and pause. You could stop the recording, or you could just pause, give a little room, audio space, and then begin again. So don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can always redo it.